How would you like to know how to learn the most popular hip hop moves out there, like breakdancing or gliding? How would you like to experience the art of dancing right in front of your eyes? Our guest will talk about how he does these moves step by step and talk about different kinds of moves that you can learn yourself in today's show. The Humanities Communication Arts Department at Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now, join our host, Alex, to meet the new directors.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All of the people involved in this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you are about to meet are students who, when not on camera, are behind the scenes working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct 4 different productions. This program will give them the chance to talk about themselves, the productions they have completed, and give you the chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest today is a person who has been dancing since he was 6 years old. Today, he will talk to us about what it is to be a dancer and teach us some dance moves in the way of this interview. We would like for you to meet our guest today, Paul Morales. So we all know that you're a great dancer, but can you tell us what goes into making a great dancer?
Yeah. To become a great dancer, you need practice, practice, practice. And you have to have as much time as possible so you can learn routines and moves so you can get them perfect as you can. You want to have much as focus as you can because your eyes have to see every single move that you're doing. Your ears are your friend. So you have to listen to the beat, that the rhythm, so you can go with it. That's the most important thing that I think. You also have to be fit and or healthy because dancing takes a lot of energy out of you. Most important, I think, is that you need patience since dancing doesn't come overnight. You need to work hard at it, and maybe you become a great dancer or a professional dancer. There are many moves in dances you guys can. All right. One of them is called warping, which is where. All right. Next dance move is pop and locking, which it's pretty self-explanatory. You mostly pop and lock all your body movements, and it seems like you're like a robot, or that you have no bones on your body. The next move is gliding, which is also self-explanatory. This is mostly for your feet work, and it's mostly that you glide in a circle or in a line or whichever you like, and it's mostly like you're walking in a smooth area, as you can tell from my footwork here. You can glide. Now breakdancing is a little hard for everyone because, well, you have to go on the ground and you spin around most of the time and you pose. It's just a lot of footwork. Christmas me up. As you can tell here, I'm spinning around, and then I'm gonna pause, and then keep going with my footwork. And freestyling is everything that I talked about: warping, pop and locking, anything that you can put into it. It's what it says, freestyling, which, yeah. And to me, it's one of my favorite dance moves out there.
Well, that's great. Could you tell us why you decided to take the TV production courses?
Sure. I wanted to learn tips and tricks on how to capture a good scene with different interest in angles that makes scenes pop out to the viewers. I also had an interest on editing and how to edit with different video softwares like Avid. I wanted to see how to script write a scene and how to use a storyboard. Finally, I wanted to see how a good director is in making short movies.
That's great. What are some of the most useful things that you've learned in this course?
I learned how to properly use Avid to edit my own videos and learn other editing softwares out there, which can boost your editing skills, making your video better and better. I also learned how to do a shift focus, which I always wanted to learn about and how to bring it in my videos. Making a storyboard was useful to learn and to prepare your videos before you start shooting, such as which great directors always need to do.
Well, that's great. Could you tell us about the productions you did in TV1, like your Orange Project, Action Sequence, your Learning Project, and the Fall New England Project?
Sure. I'll first talk about the Learning Project, which was quite fun to shoot because such a simple scene took a lot of takes. I also learned how to cut into the action, which was new to me, so learning this skill improved my future projects. So as you can tell here, my brother, which is the actor, is making coffee. And what I do is cut into like every movement that he does. So when he goes down, I cut into the action so you can see up close what's he doing. Next one is the action sequence, so the student takes notes, which took 2 weeks to put together, and it was the hardest project by far because the actors and sets needed to be exactly the same for 2 weeks straight. So this right here, it took 2 weeks for me, and Chris needed to wear the same clothes and everything, so I felt kind of bad about
Right,
it.
to have fluidity.
Yeah. And I also put cut into the action. The next is my fall project, or the New England seasonal project. This made me learn all kinds of different tactics that I could use in a shot. For example, I learned how to properly do a shift focus, zoom in, zoom outs, and poor man's dissolve. There were a lot of more tactics I could say, but those were the three of my favorite to learn. So, and I got a great picture of a dragonfly. Next is my Orange Project, which was one of my favorite productions to do, mostly because for this movie, you could be as creative as you can. I put all the knowledge I learned from previous productions and added them to this production. And what my movie is based on is a horror, like a hunting, like I said in the beginning, the Orange Hunting. And it's mostly based off The Conjuring, if you've seen that.
Okay.
And I just made a spoof of it.
That's great. Now, could you tell us about what you felt was your best project?
Yeah. The one project I felt that I did my best was, of course, the Orange Project. As you can see from the video, I put a lot of panning into most of this, so I can capture the camera moving with the actor. So you can tell here, I'm gonna pan down into the box so it can have the mystery. I had music. I also had music, but I guess it's not there.
All right. Well, you mentioned the variety of things you learned during this course. What skill do you find that was the most useful?
The most interesting and important skill I have learned in this course was that you need to put as much effort and hard work into being a successful director. I will use this in the future to start directing my own movies and/or videos of me dancing.
Today we got to meet someone who was a skilled dancer and taught us dance moves for us to learn about and to try at home as well. I would like to thank our guest today, Paul Morales. We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you and good day.
Ready to roll credits. This has been The New Directors with your host, Alex, directed by Chris. I'm your announcer, Harona. The New Directors is a Norwalk Community College student production.